Come with me on a 15-hour road trip from Abuja to Gombe local government in Adamawa State to go and bury my grandmother. So there was an emergency call on Saturday evening to say, oh, I needed to be in Adamawa by Sunday. And there was no flight. You guys, I took my two left legs and I went to Adamawa Sunshine Park somewhere in Nasarawa. And we headed off. Transport cost about 27,000 naira for this Sienna. I got some bitter cola and some dates, and our journey started at exactly around 7:13 a.m. I'll be giving you timestamps from here down until we get to Gombe. At about 8:37, we had already gotten to Akwanga. Garaku and Akwanga are both in Nasarawa State, and after Nasarawa State, the next state we're going to head into is Kaduna Sanga local government, and about 9:54 we're at Forest, which is directly leading us to Plateau State, Jos. Now, this road, we had a little stop to pee, and then we continued our journey. At about 10:58 we had already gotten to Plateau State, Jos, and this was where another stop had to happen because before you get out of Jos would be for almost another hour. So by around 11:32, that was when we're heading outside of Plateau State, Jos, and I had to refresh myself with this amazing drink. Schweppes Mojito is the best. Now we're on our way headed to Bauchi because from Jos you enter through Bauchi before you can continue your journey. The road to Bauchi, as about 12 o'clock, we had already gotten almost at the entrance of Bauchi State. What's the longest journey that you've ever had? Let me know in the comment section. I've traveled this road for the longest time since I was a kid. Now from Bauchi, we are not entering all through down to Bauchi. We are going to find our way to Alkeleri, which is another outskirts of Bauchi, as if you're headed into Gombe. At about 1:25 p.m., we had left Bauchi and were en route to Alkeleri. At about 2 p.m., we had gotten to Alkeleri for a quick stop. Usually, this takes about 10 to 15 minutes for people to pray, to eat, and all that. Usually, what travelers would buy would be yam and meat, and I was not left out. I had fried yam and meat, balango, and it was basically roadside food, and it was okay. I had another refreshing drink of Schweppes Mojito, which is one of my favorite Schweppes brands, to be honest. And I wanted to pee. When I saw this toilet, I said, better let me pee outside than for me to pee inside this toilet. So I found a place to pee, and this was the female toilet, you guys. Any opportunity to stretch my leg is welcome. Before you know it, at about 2:37 p.m., we're en route to Gombe. Now, Gombe Road is a bit smooth compared to any other part, to be honest. That's like the easiest journey you would travel from Bauchi to Gombe, or inside of Gombe town. Gombe have fine road network, and before you know it, we had gotten to Gombe. Gombe State is called Jewel in the Savannah. I have taken power bike from Abuja to Gombe once in my life before, and so I had to reapply my sunscreen and my face products because I'm having like one kind of nonsense breakout that I don't even know what is happening. Anyway, back on our journey, we headed out around 3:36 towards the road that will lead to Adamawa. So on this path, we are going to find Iliri local government and Kaltungo and Cham. So about 4:23, we had gotten to Iliri. Now, this place is so beautiful with all the rocks and the terrain. If you are from Gombe, let me know in the comment section. If you've ever traveled to Gombe, let me also know in the comment section. We had a quick stop at Kaltungo, and before you know it, it was 4:53. You guys, we had not gotten to Adamawa. So we had continued our trip. You guys, the terrain on this road, if you ever traveled this road by road, you will know what I'm talking about. It's so beautiful to watch. The road is not the best, however, too bad like that. And this was around 5, and we had not even gotten to Adamawa State yet. We're just leaving the boundary from Gombe, entering into Adamawa State. This is one of the longest journey. At about 5:54, we had gotten to Savannah, which is like, oh, we are in Adamawa at this moment, and very soon we are going to be in Adamawa. At about 6:23, I had gotten to Numan. Now, Numan is just before Yola, and Numan is about an hour before, an hour into Yola. We made a quick stop at the filling station, and we headed. I had to stop again. You guys, our car stopped on the road in the middle of nowhere. At about 7:20 p.m., we had gotten to Yola. Praise the Lord. Now, from Yola to my village is another like 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours. So I took a keke to the junction where I would get a car that will take me to my village. I made a quick stop to get a fruit, and about 8:30 we had started our journey to Gombe local government. And from Gombe local government, I'm Ngwaba, and I'm a proud Adamawa girl. You guys, the road is lonely like that, and I got a bit impatient and I realized we just have 54 minutes to go. And at that exactly 9:50, I had gotten to Sangere, and from Sangere I took a bike that took me straight to my grandmother's house. I mentioned earlier that I lost my grandma, I lost my paternal grandmother, and the only grandmother that is remaining alive is my maternal grandmother. At about 9:59, I had gotten home to a sweet plate of tuwo and me and Rama.